It's cold, it's raining outside, which it's cold as a result of that. So I thought, I might as well make a video. And this is actually going to be a very important video, especially for anyone who's interested in these sweepstakes giveaway that I keep talking about. I thought that now would actually be a very good time to explain the rules of that. Thought this would more prefer be the lights be on than lights be off. Okay, so in the past few videos that I've done on here, and almost every single one of the videos that I've done on TikTok, I've said something about a sweepstakes giveaway. There's a little bit of method to the madness and everything. I am hosting a sweepstakes giveaway and everything for a signed copy of my book. The rules are very simple. On TikTok, I said that you can like and comment your name, a nickname, or your username down in the comments. Here on here, however, I am not actually able to see who likes the videos and everything. I'm just told how many that I get. So if you guys are interested in a signed copy of my debut novel, Arboriah Lux, I want you in the comments below to put your name, a nickname, or your username. And I will be randomly drawing names starting from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably until midnight or 1 a.m. Depends on how much I can stay awake. And basically select winners then. Also during the live and everything, I will be hosting a little bit of a trivia for anybody who has followed me that were beta readers for my book, because I did have a beta reader version out on Wattpad for the longest amount of time. We'll also be talking about some other writing projects that I'm doing, other books that I'm reading, or books that I have read. I may get technically two of my biggest fans here in on the live, those fans primarily being my parents. My mom and dad are dedicated in the book specifically because they have been so supportive of this journey of mine, because this has been a dream of mine since I was like 5 or 6 years old. So for them to actually have a physical copy of my book printed out and everything, they're just so tremendously proud. We will also be probably designing more merch together. I have 2 t-shirts designs that I'm actually working on right now. One is for Lux and the other is for Silas. These 2 are main characters of my book, even though it's told primarily from Lux's point of view. But I'm doing those t-shirts designs and everything because it's like those two are really, really adorable. And for those of you who know nothing about my book and everything, I am about to go into a sort of medium depth explanation of what the book is about, its genre, and what to expect if you decide to open its cover. Arboriah Lux is my debut novel. It is a paranormal dark fantasy with vampires, magic, a conspiracy to overthrow the ruling monarchs called the Morgenstern family, and also a little bit of romance in there too. The story follows Lux as she wakes up in this field of dead flowers and everything with absolutely no memory of who she is or what she is, and she travels and meets up with Silas and 2 of his companions, Eldrick and Ephraim. Yes, I know, there are 3 E's. I did not realize this when I was writing out this book. I'm a discovery writer. Everything just comes to my mind and I write it down. Eldrick and Silas are the first ones to really discover that she is an Aster blood, and she is the first Aster blood that has been seen in the past 50 years. Because of this and everything, they are very, very cautious because Aster bloods are extremely protected by the higher class society of Obsidiaterma, the city that she's been traveling to. There's a specific law that states that Aster Bloods, if they are found, are to be presented to the courts and to the Morgenstern family, and anyone who basically tries to keep them away from this sort of safeguarded fate are to be extremely punished. It is because of this that our beloved main character, who is named Lux by Silas and everything, must keep her nature hidden. And along the way, she finds it sort of increasingly difficult because she has all of these new goals. She learns that Silas's twin sister, Lexia, if you know, you know, was an Aster Blood as well. And the thing about it is that she mysteriously disappeared. And I unfortunately can't say more than that. But it is because of this that Lux wants to find out what happened to Lexia. She wants to also find out why the city is so imbalanced. And that's basically her convictions as she goes through the city and everything. She goes through the city keeping her nature hidden, but also at the same time being what an Aster Blood is meant to be. They are meant to be kind, empathetic, and they are meant to help people. And in a society that is riddled with social discourse and everything, you can understand that this is sort of a very rare trait amongst even the citizens of Obsidiaterma. I'll do some other videos, specifically stuff for like lore, city structure, and social structure. Sort of like to give you a background if you guys are interested more in how the world of Obsidiaterma works. Because this world that the city of Obsidiaterma is in is a darker, more alternate version of Earth. It is what I technically like to call alternate history. Sometime during the past of this world, the first of the Morgenstern family, the ruling party of the books Obsidiaterma, and the first Aster Blood both received visions from what is called the God's Tree. Sort of the God's Tree, and it's taken a little bit from Celtic and Norse mythology, but I'll get to that later. And it is by the God's Tree that they are given these gifts and everything. They're given the gifts to keep the world in balance. Unfortunately, however, the balance is not so easy to keep because several generations later, when this story takes place and everything, social discourse has definitely become a little bit more rampant. The vampires and the humans are still at ends with basically their entire society, because at the lowest end of the spectrum you have what are called newborns and humans. They are technically the lowest of the food chain, and they honestly don't matter to people. Well, they don't matter to most people. They matter to some, primarily the ones who take care of Lux when she stays with them at their clinic. And those two people being Eldric's parents, Dahlia and Dargren. But the outskirts of Obsidiaterma are extremely riddled with poverty and strife. There's a lot of suffering there, while people in the mid-city and beyond just sort of live lives without care. And it's that kind of social discourse and everything that really pains Lux. She wants to help people and she can't without being found out. I had a really fun time writing this and everything because it's like I took stuff from certain time periods that I loved researching about. One thing specifically being Victorian England and everything, and the class system that they had. And later on in the book, there is actually, and it's sort of sprinkled in there, right there in the middle, a certain British serial killer also makes his sort of phantom-y debut. For anyone who knows me in real life, you probably know that this person is my actually favorite unsolved case. In my opinion, an unsolved case, Jack the Ripper. It does reach a little bit of gore during those parts and everything, because they do go into some detail about this killer's methods. But in order to find out, you guys are going to have to read the books for yourselves. Book, not books. I actually do have a set of sequels set aside for Arboriah Lux that takes place generations after in the modern world. Or a modern day version of their world. But I'll get to that during the live and everything. You guys may be wondering about the live specifically, and the live is going to be held on April 26th. Yes, I know that's a Wednesday. That is why on April 29th, I am also going to be holding a live on that Saturday as well. And maybe that Sunday if there's enough people who are wanting to just see my very beautiful face and talk more about the book. The live on April 26th is the commemoration of when my book is supposed to be available in brick and mortar stores, which I actually have to do the paperwork either the following weekend of when this video takes place or the weekend after, because I am scared to death of doing stuff over the phone, and I would rather do paperwork online instead of meeting somebody in person or talking about it over the phone. That's just me. I am part introvert. I am sorry. But for those of you who do not want to wait until the book is out in brick and mortar stores, you can actually buy it on Amazon. When I went about my self-publishing journey, I decided to do my book, self-publish my book through Amazon KDP and Ingram Spark. And even though it was a long and tedious process, I finally got both versions approved, whether it be an ebook or a paperback book, or I think hardbacks are also in the mix somewhere, but yeah. So if you guys are interested in my book, I will leave the link for the Amazon description for the Amazon listing down in the description below. And if you guys do buy a book, let me know, and let me know what you think of it. Leave just a glorious comment, do a review for it if you like the book, and all that jazz. So, yeah. This has been the culmination of sort of a life's work for me, because I've been writing stories since I was 5 or 6 years old, and this has always been a dream of mine. So this live sort of commemorates that that culmination and that achievement that I feel for my first book ever being published. And don't worry, there are more books coming after this. I've got a lot more fantasy titles in the works. Some of them may be retellings of certain fairy tales that are mixed with others. Others are probably a new spin off of already existing titles. Sort of, technically the concept behind those titles, but I digress. Or it may be a complete rewrite from a story that I wrote in high school that I now have to rewrite because I am too lazy to look through and actually find the first manuscript that I did. And also trying to not internally cringe at the fact that I would have to read through my old high school writing. But guys, that is it for this video and everything. I hope you guys enjoy. For anyone interested in my paranormal dark fantasy debut novel, Arboriah Lux, I will be still putting the Amazon link down in the description below. Follow me on all my socials and everything. I'm on Twitter. I have a Facebook page specifically for my author journey. I'm also on Instagram. I am also on TikTok, obviously. And we also have a new Discord server. It's still very much in beta. I'm having a very hard time working with some of the bots because the bots are like incredibly difficult to work with, and I would actually have to go and look up a YouTube tutorial to see how it works. But I will be leaving the links for all my socials both down below, as well as the Discord server. For those of you who are not part of the Discord server, I will just say beware, because all of the people who are in my Discord server right now are all people who I have either known for a long time. One of my friends on there is actually, his name is Joe Newell. He has been a friend of mine for 7 years, and he and I basically do a whole lot of online role-playing together. And he's been very patient with me too, so love you, Joe. Thank you for being such a good friend and sort of like a impromptu brother to me where role-playing is concerned. On there as well are people from my Dungeons and Dragons group. Shout out to Angie, Drake, Joe, Ryan, my boyfriend Michael, and his brother Andrew. My mom is also part of the Discord server there too, so she's sort of the Discord mom of the group, especially where my D&D group is concerned. So if you guys want to come on there and sort of like just like bring your energy and everything, whether you're a writer, a reader, a gamer, or like, because I know, well, especially a gamer, because it's like, I think Michael, Andrew, and Drake, and maybe Joe would probably be interested in getting to know other gamers as well. And if you're a D&D fan, definitely come by. I mean, like, every single one of them would be freaking pleased. My best friend from high school, Courtney, is also there, so if you, I can't believe I'm giving her permission to do this. If you want to ask her any embarrassing high school stories about me, go ahead. I mean, like, this entire thing is just for fun at this point. I really wish my friend Ellie was on there. If you don't know who Ellie is, in my last video I actually did a shout out to her and everything, because Ellie Rain has been sort of a mentor, a sister, and a very good friend to me on my writing journey, because she helped me through a lot of the red tape where self-publishing is concerned. But yeah, I think that's all my shout outs and everything. If you guys are interested in the sweepstakes giveaway on this video or any of my other videos, leave a comment down below of your name, a nickname, or your username. And I will put you guys in the pool to win an autographed copy of my book. And I hope you guys really do enjoy it and everything. I've had so many people just absolutely love it so far. And it's a dream for me, so. But yeah, thanks guys. This has been Kat the Crow-Winged Author, Kathleen Lyons, the author of Arboriah Lux. And I hope you guys have a very wonderful day. And also, do not forget to mark your calendars for April 26th and April 29th, and maybe April 30th for the YouTube lives that I'm going to be holding in the sweepstakes giveaway. So guys, have a very wonderful day, and always remember this: a world lies beyond the covers of a book. Because to me, I think that's what escapism is all about. Bye guys.